Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4.
Welcome back to the BREALTV Smokebox. I'm Dr Greenthumb, right here with my good friend Duddy B. Dirty Heads in the motherfucking house.
Top of the world, peak of my high. Don't look now, I just took fly. Apocalypse now, we on the night. Got 2 choices, survive, skate or die, sink or swim, crash or fly. Look within.
Welcome to the box.
Thank you, sir.
You know, we had to get you up in here. Let's
man.
Start it off. We got, I don't know exactly what they rolled up for us. I know it's by Daddy's Pipes, Daddy's Collectives. This is on a funky field tip, a baller funky field tip. We're splashing them out on these today. And he got the traditional custom clear.
Keeping it classic.
Keeping it classic. Man, so you guys, I've had a chance to play with you guys a few times, man, and I gotta say there were good times at that. And you rocked the crowd. We made a connection. We got to actually make some music together. We did a song.
Inhale, exhale, clear the bong, no stale smoke, lungs open like a ship sail.
Yeah, we were super stoked. That's one element of our band that we always try to keep is that like hip hop element where we really like to collab and get artists that we respect and artists that inspired us to be artists. And we reach out to people, and it's always we're always so stoked when we hear back. They're down to do a track, and then it's always even more fun when you get the verse back and you get to listen to it. And it's dope, And yeah, we were super stoked, and that track came out awesome.
And I appreciated the fact that you guys asked me to get down. Because I like the way you guys get down too. You know what I'm saying? It was like a mutual appreciation thing.
Yeah.
And getting a chance to see you guys play live a few times, that won me over along with the music. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a key to a band. Putting out the good music, but also having a dope show. I
agree totally, man. It's definitely a little disappointment when you like a band, you like an album, you go see them live and it doesn't come across as well,
Right.
But sometimes you go see a band and you're just like, damn, you leave the show even more of a fan than you were.
And I think it's due to the fact that you guys stay doing shows.
Oh yeah.
Because in my opinion, the more shows you do, the better you get, because you get the consistency of doing them. You get good at doing it.
You get comfortable.
And like you guys are on tour right now. That just speaks to the fact, or you guys are going on tour.
Going on tour, just doing festivals on the weekends, and then July we start the tour.
Yeah, keeping active.
You got it. I mean, this day and age, that's how a band like us. That's how we not only stay fresh and stay in front of the fans, but that's how we make money.
Yeah.
You don't make a lot of money with the CD sales, and you hope you get money, getting placed in a movie or something like that.
Right.
But we make money touring, and that's how we keep our fan base growing, and that's how we keep the word out there, and we enjoy it. We have a good time at it, and we love a live show. It's like that's how we got going.
Where are some of the places where you feel like you get the most love at?
Oh man, definitely in the beginning. We're from California, so
the backyard is
always got good love there. But then when we barely start branching out a little farther, we started hitting Arizona, and that was definitely a spot where we got a good crowd going. Colorado obviously is just an amazing spot for bands like us.
yeah, I gotta say, hats off Colorado.
But it's growing, I remember we go to places, in the South or in the Midwest where, 8 years ago when we were touring, there wasn't a big scene for bands like us in places like that.
Right.
And we maybe have 50 people at the show if we were lucky, and now we go back to these places and there's a couple thousand people at it, and not just for us, for other bands like us. The scene
You've seen
has
the
grown.
expansion,
and it's awesome. It's awesome to see and grow with kind of like a scene and a culture.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
And one of those things that you've seen grow as well is the Cali Roots Fest.
Oh my God.
Crazy, right?
Huge. We played the first ever one.
Ridiculous, right?
And we played the first ever one. It was one stage, which I believe was the smallest stage of this last one.
And we just played that.
Yeah, we just played together on that one,
we should have worked out playing the song.
I know, man. I heard you were in town the day we were playing, because I believe you guys played the day after us.
Yeah, we came on the next day.
But it didn't work out, but it's all good.
But we got to work it out for the next one.
Oh, definitely.
And obviously we got to do another joint. We all heard that, right?
Oh, I would love it. I'd be stoked. I mean, Yeah, this is definitely, it was definitely an honor having you on the track. You know, I remember going to the first ever smoke out, you know, and that happened, I don't even know what that was, 2000, 99,
Yeah,
something
I think it was
like
99.
that.
I think it was 99.
And then, you know, and I kept going to them, and then, you know, be on the track with you and all that, coming full circle, super dope, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Small world, how life works. Crazy. Shit, man. So, what have been like your favorite bands to play with? Like when you, because I mean you've done a fuckload of tours by now.
We've done a lot, you know, and
or is it just, do you like it when it's just you guys up there and the crowd's focusing on you guys?
you know what? There's something to be said about both, you know.
Yeah.
There's obviously that feeling of when it's your show, and, you know, and you're the headliner, and it's all about you, and you get that, you know, adrenaline off of that, and it's dope because you get to see it's your fans, and these people are here for us, and that's awesome. But then doing like festivals and things like that, where there's a lot of people out there that probably would never have came to one of our shows.
Yeah, you win
You know?
people over at
You
festivals.
do, and that's
for sure.
how you make new fans. So it's you know, there's definitely you know, they're both good in their own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, the big shit to, you know, capture maybe some people that aren't necessarily your fans right away. And then, you know, the more intimate shit for the people that are into you.
Exactly.
And how about cities? What some of your favorite cities that you've been playing in?
Man, Chicago, I love Chicago. Boston's awesome. Shoot, we play all over in Florida, man. I think we play Florida more than we play anywhere else. I think we played like 17, 18 shows in Florida last year. But yeah, you know, I think Chicago might be one of my favorite big cities, though.
And have you taken it overseas?
We have. We just did a little run over in Europe, and there's, you know, it's pretty, it's humbling because, you know, you tour in a tour bus here and you're going and playing and you're selling out a couple thousand people, you know, every night, and all your fans are singing, and you go over there and there's 15 people and
Right.
3 of them, you know, have heard of you.
And you're building a
And
base.
you're building it, and you're back in the van, you're doing that thing, you're grinding. and,
doing that shit all over
you're
again.
losing money, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, but
But in the end, you know, hey, you touched different soil.
you did.
And you might have won some people over.
You did, and that's how you start. That's just how we started here, so that's how we got to start over there, you
Yeah.
know. And it was funny though. I feel like most of the time we were playing, and there'd be like 3 people in the crowd that knew the words. They'd be singing. They'd be like, "Sweet, like we have fans over here." And then you talk to them, and they'd just be like military, like they'd just be over there. They're from the
they're
States.
from the States.
You know,
yeah.
you're like, "Oh man."
Hey, but you know what? It does good for the people that are over there that
Totally.
might be fans. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
They may not expect to see you somewhere like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's random for
Yeah,
them. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
totally. I never thought you'd come over here, but yeah, it's cool, you know, and it's just fun to watch it grow.
So being from Cali, you got to exclude Cali from this question right here.
Yeah.
Aside from Cali, where's the best weed?
Ooh.
Because you know, I could ask you just a general statement, and you'll say Cali because that's the truth.
And
I
it is
can't
the
even
truth.
dispute
You
that.
can't. You can't.
Other people try to dispute me when I say that, but that's bullshit. Because Cali's
It's just like, come on, it's almost a laughing matter.
so to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, take Cali out of the equation. Where's the best weed at
You know, it might even
that you've come across?
it might sound cliche to say, but Colorado.
Colorado.
You know, they got really, really, really good shit every time I go there, and it's and there's always plenty of it.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I think their science is getting better.
It is.
The only thing that fucks with them maybe is the altitude.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, but still,
Yeah.
you know, they do a great job with their flower
do.
down there and their extracts. They
Yeah.
got some really on the money shit over there.
But then again,
Washington's-
yeah, you know, I'm super old school still with it, you know, like, so I
So
don't
you're all
even
about
know.
flower.
I am, and so I don't even know like all these new, and even like with all the new names for the weed itself, you know, and I'm just like lost in it sometimes. I'm like, oh, that one looks good, let me have that, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. A while back, I thought I heard you guys were getting into like collectives or grows or some shit like that, right? Was there talk about that?
It was more just I had some, you know, friends and people I knew that had started some, so you know, It's more just they would hook me up some pod, and I would do some things for them and blah blah blah. But I never was like personally involved in it.
Yeah, you ever think about getting involved into like opening a collective?
I definitely have
does
thought
the
about it.
band
Not the band, not as much, but it's definitely something I've thought about.
Yeah.
But I haven't really started going in that direction yet. I'm still we're touring so much and so focused in that direction that. Once we slow down on that, maybe I'll start thinking about getting into some other shit.
Yeah, because I mean, you want to be there.
Exactly.
Keep an eye on shit. I mean, that's a whole lot of
That's
weed right there,
exactly,
tempting people behind the counter.
You gotta trust the fuck out of people.
Yeah, you gotta have some professionals down there. Word up, man. And so with the tour, there's a new album behind that.
There's not a new album behind it. We got a new single out, "Sound of Change," that we're still moving behind, but we're gonna do this tour. We're not headlining this one. We're going out with Slightly Stupid, and
nice.
we've never toured with them, so
it's gonna be good. You're gonna have fun. Shout out to my boys, Slightly Stupid. They are the coolest motherfuckers ever. They get stoned. They're not one of them stank ass bands where you'll go on tour with them and then they'll be like, these guys, and then push you guys to the side and not kick it with you. They're actually cool motherfuckers, man. You're gonna have fun with them guys.
We're super excited, man.
Well, when you guys do the show in LA, I might have to get a fucking bus and we'll just do a big ass smoke box with all of us. It'll be ridiculous.
Come out to the show in LA and perform.
When is it?
Shit, I don't even know.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll get the information and we'll fucking, we'll figure all that shit.
We'll flash that across the screen like right now.
Hell yeah. So right now you're just doing singles, no plans to do an album right now.
When we get back from this tour,
that's when
we'll probably start going back in, and we're always writing, and we've got some ideas and some direction, but nothing I want to get too involved in yet. But we'll definitely have some new music coming out hopefully in the next year.
Yeah, man. That'll be the good shit. I know the fans will be waiting for that, man. So our last and final question, and it's always like this, because they heart me if I don't ask it. What's your favorite strain, of all time? Or you can give me a couple.
My favorite strain of all time. All right, I remember.
Or what you're smoking on right now. Either one.
Whew. I don't even know. I don't even ask the name most of the time. I still get mine shit from my buddy down the street,
So just give me some weed.
Give me some good shit. But you know what? I remember back when I used to get this kind, it was like the blue cheeses.
The blue
Do you remember
cheese?
that?
Yeah.
I used to get this shit and I loved that. That was definitely one of my favorite. And I've had, some other shit, but I don't even, like I said, I'm lost when people come out with all these dabs and all this shit. And I'll hit it and I'll smoke it, but I've just never gone there. So I'm just lost. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know the names for all this shit.
Yeah. I mean, hey, some people don't get wrapped up in the name. It did, and it has gotten very much about branding a strain now, other than where it used to be like, hey, do you got any good weed?
Right.
Now there's so many, good strains out there that you have to brand them. Otherwise, it gets lost in the shuffle, man.
Yeah, I gotta do my homework.
Well, get you some of that jet fuel, first of all. And some funky field tips to go with it.
I do like these funky field tips.
Word up, you can get those at funkyfieldtips.com. Make sure you check that shit out. Where can they find your tour schedule at?
Dirtyheads.com, and from there, you can link to all of our socials, and you can check all my shit out at Duddy B, everything. So, yeah.
Word up, man. Hey, it's been good having you in the box.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Word up, man.
Pleasure.
Peace the fuck out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. If you don't, fuck out of here.
Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in